Good evening, everyone, and welcome to East Brunswick Lady Bears Soccer. I'm Phil Peterson, and tonight I'll call the action for the matchup between the Lady Bears and the Sayreville Lady Bombers. It's also senior night here at J. Doyle Field. Prior to the kickoff, all the Lady Bears seniors and their parents will be acknowledged. In 2001, East Brunswick won the New Jersey Group 4 State Championship and subsequently lost 11 players to graduation. However, Coach Lou Cosa brings back a strong nucleus of girls who are off to a 9-0-1 start, their only blemish being a 3-3 tie at J.P. Stevens last week. Opponents who felt the Bears would be pushovers while superstar Heather O'Reilly was doing time with the U.S. national team were certainly misled as the Bears swept past Piscataway and Old Bridge last week. At the present time, East Brunswick holds the number 3 ranking in New Jersey high school soccer. The Lady Bombers of Sayreville, led by longtime coach Steve Fisher, entered tonight's game sporting a record of 5-3-1 in the GMC White Division. Fisher hopes his senior-laden team has enough experience to keep the game competitive early and give the Lady Bombers a chance at an upset. The two teams have not played each other since 2000. Pull up a chair and get comfortable. In a moment, we'll begin the senior night festivities, followed by the kickoff of tonight's action. Oh, definitely fall in the air tonight as we get set for the senior night festivities, an annual event where all the parents of the seniors who have been around for so many years in the school system will be acknowledged. I'm sure all these players appreciate all the driving to practices and supporting during the games that the parents have done over all these years too. And then we'll have a soccer game between Sayreville and East Brunswick. Two teams that didn't meet last year. I guess their originally scheduled game was, nobody discovered it was a holiday until it was too late and the game got postponed. Sayreville waiting nervously on their other side of the field as they're facing a formidable opponent in the Lady Bears. So far, 9-0-1 on the season. A little slip up against J.P. Stevens last week, which was a major surprise around the state, but sometimes good things come out of tough games. Gets them refocused and makes them realize what they have to do to keep going. Quite a few kids in the stands tonight as we have a lot of repercussions from Heather O'Reilly just coming back Sunday evening from a tour of duty with the U.S. women's national team. Sunday she scored her first international goal and was named player of the match. She goes from ESPN to EBTV. All the parents jockeying for position. At this point, the parents are making sure they have the right kid with them. And as she has for so many years, the last name begin with A, Jamie Assini, up at the front of the line with her parents, Kathy and Drew. Next we have senior midfielder Jenna Barbado with her mother Paulette and father Frank. Dana Geyser, the goalkeeper. Jack and Helen, her parents. Lindsay Gilman, who's been involved with soccer for quite some time with her parents, Judy and Steve. Ellen and Jan Gladstone with their senior daughter, Jody. Senior keeper, Caitlin Grisbeck with Maria and Lou. And we have Zena Hazuri with Mercedes and Liquat as her parents. Senior defender Lori Kaufman with Diane and Allen. Heather O'Reilly with her mom Carol and father Andy. Caitlin Park, flanked by father John and mother Patty. And Paulette and Frank Barbado hustle to the back of the line to pick up Justine. The twins wanted to be separated for this event, showing a little bit of individuality here. And a nice formation at midfield. We'll take a quick break as we get ready for the start of tonight's action. And we're almost ready for the start of tonight's game between the Bears and the Lady Bombers of Sayreville. Starting lineups for tonight's game. First for the East Brunswick Lady Bears, starting from the back, senior Dana Geyser as goalkeeper. Sweeper be Jamie Assini. Backs, Zena Hazuri and Caitlin Park. Stopper backs, Stephanie Blanner and Justine Barbado. Midfielders, Kerry Smith, Lisa Chin, and Jenna Barbado. And up front, Jody Gladstone and Heather O'Reilly. For the Sayreville Lady Bombers, we'll be going from left to right on your screen, and they're blue. We'll have Natalie Wicca at sweeper, Meredith Fair at midfield, Melissa Braun in goal, Crystal Sager at midfield, Rose Camuto at midfield, Kaylee Cesar at stopper, Kimberly Griffith up front, Marissa Jack at midfield, Jessica Roy at wing, Nicole Gallagher at stopper, and Jessie Sosnowski also at stopper. Restart by Sayreville on a goal kick. Tries to beat Park down the left side unsuccessfully. Assini plays it through ball to Lisa Chen. Action in the middle third of the field so far. We have a takedown. Lindsey Gilman inadvertently on a Sayreville opponent. So Lady Bombers will get a restart. 10 yards inside the Bears zone. We have a little change to the starting lineup as Coach Kosa traditionally on senior night will put all his seniors in the starting lineup. Lindsey Gilman starting in place of Stephanie Blanner and Laurie Kaufman in place of Kerry Smith. Assini with the restart, flicked on by O'Reilly, but she had company in the form of Kaylee Cesar all over her back. Another quick re-kick. O'Reilly looking to find somebody in motion down the right side. And Lindsey Gilman just a little out of reach. Sayreville will get a throw in. It's early in the match, 2.5 minutes. No score early in the game. Park taking it out left. Justine Barbado flicks onto her sister. Bassini through the middle. O'Reilly surrounded by 4 opponents. No surprise there. And we have a handball call. Might have been a bad call. Looked inadvertent. Usually the referee, he should go through the question in his mind. Did the ball play the hand or did the hand play the ball? Bassini from the left side. Chips it over the top, just a little far ahead. Nice play by Braun as O'Reilly was steaming through the middle. Missouri. One touch back out through. Kimberly Griffin. Nice recovery by Jenna Barbado, trying to keep it in bounds on this crown field here. Kaufman. Out wide to Barbado, intercepted by Jessica Roy, the senior forward. And we'll have a push called against East Brunswick. Sayreville marking very tightly so far, trying to deny Lady Bears the ball in an effort to ward off any combination plays. Geyser with the punt. Everybody congested in the middle third of the field right now. Barbado to Barbado. Wicca tracking it down. And Jenna Barbado will force a throw in. O'Reilly with time. Long boot across. Carry just wide to the right side. Well, the Lady Bears certainly showed some moxie last week. There's a tendency when you have a dominant player on your team to rely on them to do most of the work out there. Last year when O'Reilly was out with national team duties and training, Piscataway tripped them up for their first ever loss in the conference tournaments in 20 some odd years. I think those same teams thought that they were going to have a much easier time with the Bears with Heather out this time. But a 3-1 win against Piscataway and then a thrilling 2-1 overtime win in Old Bridge last Friday evening. The game winner coming off the foot of Lisa Chin 4 minutes into the second overtime. Sayreville breaking through, left-footed shot, no problem for Geyser. Jody Gladstone taking it to the empty space on the right, tries to thread it through the middle. Through passes right now going more straightforward than out wide, making it easier for the goalie. O'Reilly with Barbado overlapping. He's got a good left foot. Tries to take it wide. O'Reilly with another overlap. Cross back in. Nobody there to get ahead on it. Justine Barbado stepping up from her stopper spot, tries to dribble through traffic, but meets up with 3 people instead. Bassini stepping way up from her sweeper position. Right now, Sayreville's got all 10 field players back nearly inside their box, so Bassini's not taking that much of a chance being up there. Shaw's got a very strong throw, and she put this one deep into the box. Keeper, Braun punches it out. Now the defense has to hustle back as Sayreville's trying to pull up field. Nice recovery. O'Reilly sneaking through behind the defense. Trying to find someone in the middle. Chin, back across. And nobody there to step up. Park with a little bit of time. Hard first touch, and she'll boot it across field. O'Reilly spins around, left foot, off the crossbar. And Gladstone sends one soaring over the football post. We're 8.5 minutes into the game if you just joined us. Greater Middlesex Conference interdivision matchup between the Lady Bombers of Sayreville and the Royal Blue jersey and shorts. Thank God they have white numbers. I can read them. And East Brunswick Lady Bears, the white jerseys, green shorts, white socks, and everybody with pre-wrap holding down their hair, no doubt. Park tries to turn it outside, blocked down. Gladstone through to O'Reilly, nice spin move. He's got Chin going through, hits Gladstone on the left side. He's going to try to change her pace there. Barbado volleys back into the middle. Chin back to Justine. And O'Reilly is caught offside. He's a little too anxious to get through there, anticipating the pass by Justine Barbado. And Natalie Wicker will pop it out for Sayreville. Missouri. And she'll let it run out. Justine Barbado hits her sister Jenna, streaking through on the left side. She's got speed. Good idea. She might have been better served, hitting that ball right into the box first touch. Hopefully she'll remember that for the next play that goes through there. And we've got our first substitution of the game as Rose Camuto comes out of the game for Sayreville, replaced by, I believe we have number 8, Laura Fiorentino. Tara Romnak. I'm hoping there's a lot of silent letters in the name Romyak. Park with kind of a wild fling into the box. O'Reilly, cross, Gilman just out of reach. Well, there's certainly enough opportunities coming from left to right across the Sayreville goal mouth. There's nobody in position to connect right now. Lisa Chin. Ball retrieved by the lovely ball girls tonight, supplied by the East Brunswick Rage travel soccer team. Coached by Katie Califer, who's herself an alumni of the mid-'80s Lady Bears teams that were Group 4 powers for so many years. That was really the beginning of what's become about a 20-year dynasty at this point. Now Katie's a little older and putting up with parents like the rest of us. But she's doing a great job with the kids. Probably the biggest crowd I've seen for a high school game at this place in a long time. Hope all these kids did their homework. Oh, all the pressure applied by East Brunswick so far, and it still remains a scoreless tie. You got to think the longer that Sayreville can withstand the pressure, if they can get anything working themselves, they'd be very happy. Christy Lang, Kerry Smith, and Stephanie Blanner check into the match, replacing Lori Kaufman, Lindsay Gilman, and Lisa Chin. Justine Barbado back to park. And Sayreville counters with 3 fresh bodies of their own. O'Reilly. Back heels at the Chin, who did not come out of the game. I'll have to get the, not quite sure who that third replaced person was, but we'll get it as soon as we can. Barbado to O'Reilly, drops it back. Nice little give and go as they try to work a combination. Nice through ball, little too far. Not enough angle on it to get it to O'Reilly out in the left wing. O'Reilly beats Gallagher. And we're going to get a goal kick on this. Referee thought about it, but well, Coach Fisher running in fresh troops. Trying to give everybody a breather and give everybody a little bit of action so far in this chilly night. By far the chilliest night of the year so far. Chin with the header. 6 Sayreville players, 7 within about 5 yards of each other. Blanner. Biggest source of muddled play so far is probably 3/4 of the passes are being played in the air to each other, to the teammates, instead of onto the feet. Justine Barbado with a hard first touch. And Sayreville will play it back deep. Guys are out of her box. Have a short punt right near the sideline, and it'll be Sayreville's ball. It's one thing the Lady Bears need to recognize quickly is Sayreville focuses all their attention on O'Reilly. There's going to be some open Bear players out there. But the first thing they need to do is keep the ball on the ground. Blanner Park with a header. Cassini with a long toss to O'Reilly. Got Blanner coming in on the right side. Lang on the right side over there. Barbado just a step too short to catch up to that ball. Split second more, and Justine Barbado would have had a one-timer right net from dead center. Lang feeds O'Reilly. Trying to spin with two people on her back. Plays it back to Chin. Blocked by Natalie Wicca. Check that. That was Melissa Jack with the great defensive play. The ball never reached the keeper. Jenna Barbado. A little too much pace on that pass. Cassini. Rose Camuto in the middle. Sayreville spreading out their players a little more now. Touch through by Lang. Young freshman. Two freshmen on the varsity this year for Coach Kosa. Christy Lang and Ariel Tagger. Caroline Knoppenberger comes in, replacing Justine Barbado. Justine still feeling a little bit of an effect of pulled muscle in her left thigh, left quadricep. Should be a Bear throw. Except for maybe one player. Every Bear player is on the right side of the field right now. It's actually a pretty good crowd from Sayreville too. What else is there to do on a Tuesday night? The Yankees are out of the playoffs. Nothing on TV. Long throw. Punched out and volleyed out by Meredith Fair. She can get through. Azuri holds her up. If Azuri doesn't hold her up, we may have a clean breakaway out there. Quick restart, but nobody from Sayreville reacted to it as Jessica Roy was running away from the ball. And the other freshman, Ariel Tagger, will give Jenna Barbado a break out there at the left midfield position. There's nobody out wide for the Bears to play the ball to. O'Reilly steams past Crystal Sager. Touches it back. Chin, shot, nice save. O'Reilly with the goal. In the 22nd minute, Heather O'Reilly scores off a rebound of a Lisa Chin shot, and the Bears are up 1-0. Well, we'll take that back. Looks like he called and made an offside call on that. Well, we'll just have to do it again here. That call I can't believe. As soon as O'Reilly made the pass through the middle, as soon as the ball was played through, even though a player was in an offside position, she was no way, shape, or form anywhere near involved in the play, so it should have been waved off or not even called. But we remain at 0-0. Sayreville's certainly got their horseshoes tonight. 23 minutes into the match, and they're still tied up with the Lady Bears. Quick shot over the top. Wicca with the kicker. And we got a push on Blue. No, we'll call it against Lisa Chin. Sayreville playing very patient out there. Crystal Sager, sophomore midfielder, shadowing O'Reilly every place she goes. With the right now, O'Reilly with a quick flick, scored. O'Reilly wore Sager like a coat that time, but she still found a way to flick the ball to the outside of the foot. Unless there's some strange whistles that we don't know about, that'll put the Bears up 1-0 in the 24th minute. Sager was all over O'Reilly legally, right on her tail. And Heather really didn't even have much of a step on her, but just enough to be able to flick the ball to the outside of her right foot. And about the only place she could put it where keeper Melissa Braun couldn't get it. It was only a matter of time with all the play down in the blue end of the field. Steps up with an attack as Sayreville. Number 14, Kimberly Griffin, couldn't get a foot on it. And Stephanie Blanner boots it out of bounds to give the defense a chance to regroup. O'Reilly with Sager in the same zip code there. Steams down the right side. He's looking for Lang. Tries to put a through ball. Lang keeps control. And he'll get a goal kick. Looks like we have number 29 for the Bears. Sophomore Anna Wallace in the game. Coming in for Christy Lang. Coach Kosa pulling Lang aside a little, probably
telling her that when you're running without the ball, run on an angle to meet the pass. Christie's got a lot of speed, but she was going a little too north-south and not giving her teammate much of an angle to get the ball to her. But she's only a freshman. She's got a lot of years ahead of her here. Touch pass by Tagger. Park. Got to soften those feet a little. A lot of these first touches are going 5 yards away or more and making it more difficult to gain control. Chin. Nice through ball. O'Reilly on the left. Angling right towards the goal. Oh, right across the goal mouth. Carrie Smith down the right side, just couldn't get a foot on it. Chen. Justine Barbado. Will come back in for Carrie Smith. Park with another ball in the air. O'Reilly, she's got her midfielder Tagger overlapping. And Jamie Assini will step up from her sweeper spot. It's almost effective as a corner kick here. And Braun on the doorstep to pick up the Blues ball. Could have been an obstruction call against Tagger. Surprising call. They call it against Sayreville. Tagger looked to dip her shoulder into the opponent, trying to shield her from the ball, but referee saw it the other way. Park. Volley to the right side. Open wing over there is Knoppenberger. Renata Batista unable to keep that ball in play. .31 minutes into the first half. And the East Brunswick Lady Bears are out on top, 1-0 on just a threading a needle type of shot with the outside of the foot from Heather O'Reilly in the 24th minute. Long blast over the crossbar. I don't know. I wouldn't have called that foul, but that's me. It's going to be a certain degree of touching, if you will, in the course of a game. The Bears will line up for a free kick, stacked up on the 18-yard box. Played in. Katrina Miklick in the game. Park with a little volley. Barbado trying to turn it. O'Reilly hits Barbado on the left. Nice volley back into the box. Headed down, cleared out by Wicca. And a ball rolled back to Braun. To use a well-worn cliche, Sayreville has dodged many bullets right now. And Wicca is taken down by hard tackle by Katrina Miklick. Good shielding. Dangerous play on Miklick's part. He's got to settle down a little. Wicca looking left side. Brought down by Fair. Gallagher loses to O'Reilly. Strong first touch ahead. She's going to cut right towards the goal. Left foot. Just when you think you've caught her, she finds some way to release the ball and give her teammates a chance. And you can tell by the hands on the knees that Sayreville defense is getting a little weary right now. Both coaches have virtually emptied their benches at this junction. Park flicks it through to Miklick. Intercepted by Kaylee Cesar. And we'll have a Bear throw as Miklick will look for somebody streaking down the side. Massini touches wide to Park. Park with time, tries to find O'Reilly through two opponents. Jody Gladstone returns, replacing Anna Wallace. Massini heads it back. Fair. Not good control on that one. And the Bears will get it deep in Sayreville end. Unofficially, about just under 4.5 minutes left in the first half. The official time, as always, is kept by the referees on the field. Long toss. Massini tries to put it back in the box. Touch back. Too many pairs of legs in there for anything to happen. Sayreville natives getting restless over there on the other side of the field for whatever reason. Sayreville maintaining good width. As Missouri jockeys with Griffin for the ball. But Sayreville has no numbers up in the box as there's 7, 8 Bear defenders against 4 attackers. The odds are not likely unless there's a fatal error made. But Sayreville's going to put one in the back of the net right now. Anna Wallace will come back in and give Heather O'Reilly a break, probably for the remainder of the half with just over 2 minutes left. Jenna Barbado will let it go out. Jenna again, Gladstone. Jenna with a volley towards the box. With such large numbers on the rosters and the sidelines, you don't see so much in high school ball these days where teams will combine 2 or 3 shots or 2 or 3 passes. Score! Anna Wallace. Barely 2 minutes left in the first half. And East Brunswick jumps on top 2-0. Well, the question for Sayreville is going to be, do we keep playing defensive or do we try to actually score some goals here? If they try to score some goals, it could open up the floodgates for the Bears. Wallace looking for somebody crossing the middle. Looks like Jenna Barbado slipped, but they're going to call a foul against Meredith Fair at Sayreville. We'll see if the Barbado sisters can keep it under the crossbar. And that'll do it for the first half. As we come to the break, East Brunswick on goals by Heather O'Reilly and Anna Wallace lead Sayreville 2-0. We'll be back for the second half momentarily. Well, we got one team out here for the start of the second half. Sayreville getting some, hopefully some productive instructions from their head coach, Steve Fisher. This is a pretty healthy crowd here tonight. Geez, I wonder why they all came. And Sayreville's back on there, ready for the start. Referees checking with the keepers to make sure they're ready. Little ball girls from East Brunswick Rage are ready. And we're underway. Sayreville trying to set up an attack and quickly play it out of bounds. Sosnowski. Handball by Chin, but it was not picked up on. Missouri. And we got a quick injury. One of the Sayreville players is out there. We've got the card out there. Not quite sure what happened. We'll take a little bit of a break and be back shortly. And we're all set to go as the trainer cart comes off the field. Cassini will restart with a long toss down the left side. Christy Lang, Natalie Wicka and Christy Lang. Missouri steps up. Justine Barbado looking to switch fields. Plays it out wide left to Park. Kind of a blind pass through, picked up by Chin. Lang dancing around. O'Reilly on the left. 1-on-3. Another cross out wide. And nobody there to capitalize on it. Long ball back in. Just over the top of the net by Justine Barbado. You would think with all the balls that have come across the top of the box from the left side so far, O'Reilly's teammates would be there waiting for one. Lang heads it back in. Wicka settles. Volleys it back down the middle to Crystal Sager. Smith to Chin. Back to Smith on the right. Try to get it across. Tough angle. Nice play by Braun. She pounced on that to prevent Lang from causing any damage. Again, as I mentioned in the first half, Sayreville is extremely preoccupied with O'Reilly. But the Bears don't really seem to recognize that right now. There's a lot of wide open people out there and a lot of space. Good ball if she can keep it in. Fair. Lost it up to Tara Romyak. Romyak tries to thread a pass to Griffin, but O'Reilly chests it down. Ooh, tries to spring Lang as Lang started sprinting down the middle of the field, but O'Reilly to Lang. Bellies that ball down to Chin. Tries to shield and turn on Crystal Sager, but O'Reilly taking it across the field. Kerry Smith keeps it in play. See what she can do. Tries to cut it back. And we're gonna spent a little bit of a forearm shiva by the Sayreville defender. So Riley will set up wide right. Kick across. And it's score. Looked like Jamie Assini got the goal there. Number 23 for the Bears. And with just not even 5 minutes gone in the second half, East Brunswick leaps out to a 3-0 lead. Chin on the right. Played it right back. Beautiful touch. Nice give and go combination with Chin and O'Reilly. Must have been the right call as the official was right there in line with the play. Batista tries to volley it. Headed backwards by Kaylee Cesar. Lang bumped into by Marissa Jack. And Sayreville with the throw. Chin with time and space. Sayreville's got usually 2 or 3 bodies collapsing on any Bear player in the middle. If they can make a quick touch of the ball, be breakaways all day long through the Sayreville third of the field. Nice flick on to Sager. Pass to Zuri. And Assini with a sliding tackle. So one pitfall with having a 2-referee system in high school. They don't always agree. Fair. Nice cut back. Nobody moving forward, so she's kind of on her own there. Through the middle by Sager. Number 18 for the Bombers, Marissa Jack. Jacks one over the net. Dana Geiser with a relatively inactive evening so far. Probably getting a little stiff from the cold out there. Fair trying to turn it down, but again, Bears have numbers in the back. Camuto trying to sneak by Barbado. Missouri quick out to Chin. Flicks it on, but nobody there to receive. It's turned into a bit of a kickball game right now. O'Reilly back to Barbado. A lot of seams there, but she couldn't find one of them that time. Jenna Barbado on the left. Nice quick cross. The Field's so narrow to begin with here, you would think that the outside midfielders would play closer to the sideline. Everybody's collapsed in the middle third of the field. The ball gets played wide. And it rolls out of bounds in this crowded field. We're 10 minutes into the second half at J. Doyle Field here in East Brunswick on this extremely cool fall evening. East Brunswick jumped out on top in the 24th minute. Heather O'Reilly finishing a play started by Ariel Tagger. 14 minutes later, Anna Wallace, I believe it may have been her first varsity goal. That was a critical one against Sayreville, as it was less than 2 minutes remaining in the half and gave the Bears a 2-0 lead. And then Jamie Assini 5 minutes into the second half. And that's where we stand right now, 3-0. O'Reilly trying to touch it through two people. Nice touchdown to wing to Chen if she can get to it quick. Jody Gladstone back in, replacing Christy Lang. Freshman forward for East Brunswick. It's like Natalie Wicca for Sayreville in a collision. And we'll hold the clock for a second as the referee checks her out. In spite of the 3-0 score, Wicca's played a very strong game in the back for Sayreville. And she'll catch her breath and remain in the game. Correction, she's going to come out for a breather. Meredith Fair with the goal kick. Chin tries to toe poke it through. Intercepted by Tagger. O'Reilly. Middle clogged up. Long ball with Chin running on, pressure on Sager. Chin gets it, wheels around the right side. Bumped from behind by Sager, but no call by the official. And he'll call that one. First non-call was good because Chin retained possession, but called that second one as she was nearing the touchline. O'Reilly will line it up from a sharp angle to the right. See if any Lady Bears can come through and anticipate a cross. Nice outside of the foot pass. O'Reilly down the right. Cross, header, oh, right on the doorstep. Lisa Chin with a terrific head ball off of the O'Reilly cross. But Melissa Braun made a tremendous save, holding her ground. Justine. Looked like she had come from an offside position, but the referee lets him play on. Again, you look how many bodies are clogged up in the about a 15-yard square. Tagger, steamroll from behind by Sager. Freshman getting a little baptism in physical soccer out there. Long ball across. And it'll roll out of bounds for a goal kick. Nassini. Missed kick by Stephanie Blanner on that one. She'd like to have that back. A lot of these kids all play away from the high school season. They'll play a lot of travel soccer with full paid trainers and everything else, but it still boils down to getting the basics down. Good first touch of the ball. And moving when you don't have the ball. These kids play smart. You don't have to play as hard because you'll have the other team running around. O'Reilly takes it down with their shadow Sager right on her. Gladstone, O'Reilly. He's got Chin on the right side. You wonder if these referees get paid piece rates sometimes. Assini chased down by Kimberly Griffin. And she'll toss it back in. Chin all over the field out here tonight. Back in the midfield right now. Shot wide by Kim Griffin. And senior Lindsey Gilman comes in. She'll replace Jenna Barbado on the left midfield. We're 18 minutes into the second half. It's Greater Middlesex Conference interdivision match. Lady Bears in the powerful red division. Sayreville in the white division. Gladstone lets the ball run by her, tries to turn on it, but Tagger gets bowled over again, this time by Meredith Fair. Nassini, tough first touch. Linda Babbo for Sayreville on pursuit of Zena Hazuri. You look, every time a Bear receives the ball, they've got 3 or 4 Sayreville players around them. If they could recognize it quickly, they'd be breaking down field all alone all day long, because Sayreville's seemingly burning themselves out, overcommitting on every ball that's played to a Bear. Just makes sense. If there's 4 people on you, there's got to be 3 other people open out there. But they got some time as they await the start of the conference tournaments, which start October 26th with the preliminary matches. Undoubtedly, unless something strange happens between now and then, the Bears should garner the top seed. Hope the Tagger family's got a lot of bleach in their house, because there's going to be a lot of grass stains to get off that uniform tonight. And Park is taken down from behind. It's going to be a tough week for the, or a busy week for the Lady Bears. On Thursday, they travel to Edison, and Friday they have to travel down to play Petty, a very strong private school team who defeated the Bears last year. Not like 10 years ago or more, when East Brunswick pretty much owned soccer in the state, or a good portion of the state. A lot of these kids that play against each other. Tough shot for Geyser to handle, but it popped off the crossbar and subsequently hit the football goalposts. So it will be a corner kick. As I started to say, a lot of these kids that are playing against each other during the high school season play on the same teams when they get into their travel soccer, so there is a lot of familiarity there. When the Babo couldn't get her hips turned around to get an angle, get that ball in the box, Missouri just blasted out of there. With the quick opponent in the area, any ball you can take out of the air, you get it. As soon as that ball hits the ground, it's fair game for anybody. Coach Kosa getting ready to get some fresh bodies out there. As Christy Lang, Jenna Barbado, and Caroline Knoppenberger get set to check into the game. Silence is taking over the crowd as they wait to see who has the winning 50-50 ticket. And Sayreville will get probably their first free kick near the box. Again, they're outnumbered up there. I mean, at this point, when you're down 3-0, loose rebound as Geyser couldn't handle it. Meredith Fair just wide, a little too anxious there. When you're behind 3-0 and there's only 15 minutes left in the game, you get numbers into the box, whether it's 3-0 or 4-0 final. It's not going to make a much difference then. Justine taking it to the middle. It's like the Middlesex County Fair here tonight. Flicked on by Chen and volleyed out by Sosnowski. Coach Fisher will slow the pace down by making some substitutions as Babbo and Griffin come out of the game. Replaced by Lindsay Kelly. Yeah, we'll get the number of the other one in a moment. Chen. Loppenberger back to Chen. Nice switch of Fields. O'Reilly touches it back. Blanner lets it go through. O'Reilly lets it go through, hoping to find Lang streaking through. Unofficially, we have just under 13 minutes left. Great atmosphere here tonight. Big crowd. Senior night. Gritty effort by the Sayreville team, who came in with a 5-3-1 record in the white division. Cassini with the header out. Play getting a little shoddy right now. Let's see if we can keep the ball on the ground for more than 5 seconds at a time here. O'Reilly and her posse of defenders hanging around midfield. Chested down. Touch through, continued on. Loppenberger down the right side. Tries to go through Wicca, but she'll gain the throw-in instead. Lang. Fiorentino tries to put it through to Antoinette Basili. Say that 3 times fast. And we got an offside call on the left side. We'll be back here in a couple of nights as the East Brunswick Bears boys varsity soccer team will hold their senior night. They've had their struggles so far this year. They lost a lot of depth with graduation, and compounding that have been hit by a number of injuries to key players too. They have a very young team out there in the field, but except for one blowout loss to St. Joe's, they've been in every game so far, and all this experience should help them as it approaches conference tournament time. Sayreville making no effort to bring numbers up right now. O'Reilly with a chip in the box to over Lang's head. Volleyed with the outside of her foot by Knoppenberger. Let's see, number 12, Jennifer Greenbaum comes in, replacing Christy Lang. Greenbaum, a junior. O'Reilly. Last one, just wide right. Well, a little more than just wide, I guess. It's the glare off the window. Intercepted by Chen. O'Reilly out wide to Barbado. Greenbaum. Back to the other Barbado. O'Reilly surrounded. Kimberly Griffith gets the inside track on Park. Threads it through to Roy, but Renata Batista tries to take a wild volley kick at it, unsuccessful. Park with a hard charge and tackle. And Griffin will scrape herself off the ground. Babel with the left-footed restart. Harmlessly out of the way. Looks like we had a change in keepers for the East Brunswick Bears. Amanda Nagy, the sophomore keeper, now in the game. Katie Wentz in at a stopper back for the Bears now, replacing Stephanie Blanner. O'Reilly with the handball. Little gamesmanship, but changed balls as the other one seemed to be a little out of air. Griffin. It's probably been the toughest sequence of challenges all night is over there on the upper left corner of your screen as East Brunswick's Caitlin Park and Sayreville's Kimberly Griffith have gone toe-to-toe, chin-to-chin, nose-to-nose all night long. Neither one of them giving an inch to the other. Cassini with a little drop kick type volley. Katie Wentz. Griffin comes off to the left side this time. And we got players down, one limping, looks like collided with each other. Katie Wentz for the Bears and Jessica Roy for Sayreville. And we'll take a short time out as they administer to Katie Wentz on the field. And Wentz is carted off the field. Not quite sure what happened. Looked like just a blindside collision away from the ball between Roy and Wentz. And Assini, let's see, 5, 10, 15. We'll give her 25 yards on that toss. Takes it out to the left. And deposits it outside to the left. Again, it'll sound like a broken record, but being down 3-0, as long as they have been, Sayreville has made no effort to push numbers up front to try to even crack the scoreboard. And the Bears defense is giving them every opportunity with some shoddy first touches of the ball too. Fair sweeps it off of O'Reilly's foot. And we'll have two more substitutions, Katrina Micklick and Jody Gladstone. And we'll have Lisa Chin and Heather O'Reilly coming out. One thing, before the game, there were a lot of little kids asking if Heather would be able to sign an autograph for them after the game, so I hope she has a Sharpie and a strong right hand tonight. Unofficially, we've got about just over 2 minutes left in the match. Senior night here at East Brunswick High School. And the Bears, as expected, dominating a Sayreville team who kept the game scoreless for the first 24 minutes of the match. but really hasn't done anything to generate some offense of their own. They've been more concerned with just defending against the O'Reilly factor. The problem with teams is they get so concerned about focusing on one player, they forget that there's 10 other opponents out there as well. And for every kid that's been an all-star or an all-state or whatever, they usually don't do it without having some good support behind them from their teammates and coaches and parents and everything else. So her teammates deserve a lot of credit. Missouri puts that one out of touch. And the referee's got their whistle in their mouth, glancing at their watch as Sayreville will get another throw in. Sosnowski. There's Griffith and Park again. Camuto. Jenna Barbado playing it back to Assini. He'll touch it out left. One too many touches. And she ends up paying with a takedown of Sayreville player. Can't be much time left as Griffith winds up and hits it right off the football crossbar. Senior will play this one short to Justine Barbado, but the final whistle sounds. And East Brunswick on goals by Heather O'Reilly, Anna Wallace, and Jamie Assini defeat the visitors from Sayreville on senior night, 3-0. Hope you enjoyed this game and look forward to seeing you on our next telecasts when we will bring you the varsity boys soccer match between East Brunswick Bears and Edison. For all of us at EBTV, good night.